Welcome to the Isle of Misfit Rolls, a 5e D&D actual play podcast where a group of unlikely heroes attempt to save the world from darkness and try not to fuck it up along the way. Let's see how they do this week on the Isle of Misfit Rolls. You all step through the portal. The last one to step through the portal was Aviana, spitting us in Centrac's general direction. What she failed to see was him wave his hand as she did. And she went through the portal all of a sudden after you all walked into about a couple inches of water near the beach. The portal raised up another 5 or 10 feet in the air. And as Aviana stepped out, she went into the water. And
I am 90% paper, by the way.
Wait, what?
I'm currently holding a scroll and have like 3 or 4 notebooks in my bag, so this is great.
Okay, want to know how dumb I am? I thought you were trying to tell me that you were actually made of paper.
I am actually made of... No, I'm not.
What
I'm just a giant paper craft who's been animated.
Yeah, she's just an origami humanoid.
Crazy, but
So, you have fallen into like a foot of water.
Oh,
face
good.
First.
Perfect.
Back up.
If I recall correctly, I just laid there for a second and just steamed.
Yes.
Okay,
Then
I
we had
remember
Chalk
this now.
throw his little pouch into the water.
and almost went to retrieve it.
Yes, after Chalk walked away. As you look around, you see the nearby docks. You're approaching it. It's to your right. The water, so we'll say being from the south. If the water is south, the town would be to your northeast. So as you approach the docks, you see a small fishing village. You see where the boats come in. You see a floating platform that leads slightly out into the water to a building. And on that floating little island there is a temple. And it's mainly flatlands and farmland from mainly what the eye can see.
So currently in the village, is there like buildings near the shore, or is it just this one thing floating and then nothing really for a while?
There is a full-on village, and you can see there it looks like to be a small tavern, what would be a marketplace, a couple small homes. Some of the homes look like they've taken, aren't in great shape. It looks like a fishing village that is on some hard times.
I'm gonna start walking towards that tavern. I'm not even gonna ask if anyone wants to come. I'm just going.
So as you start making what's everyone else doing? As you see Tally, wet from the knee down, start making her way to the town.
I'm probably just pulling myself out of the water and just very furiously rooting through my bag and making sure that nothing has been ruined.
Almost will be following about 30 feet behind her, kind of begrudgingly, taking a deep sigh and just headed that way just to see what'll happen.
So we burn village ground. Okay, check no.
No.
No, we get trashed. I yell to the back of the crowd.
Trashed?
Tavruk is going to make sure that his face mask is on and ready to go, as to not immediately give away the fact that he is a hobgoblin, and he's keeping his eye out for signs of danger. I mean, the only thing we know about this place is there is some sort of great darkness here, so he's just looking around and looking for anything out of the ordinary. And then I guess just following behind Tali and the rest of the group. Taverns are good sources of information, right?
Yeah, I'm still wearing my face mask, and I've just got my hood up on my cloak.
Okay. So as you guys you have to walk by the docks to get into the main part of town. But as you're starting to get close to the dock, most of the dock workers are just kind of ignoring you. They're done. They're done for the day, kind of thing. They're all packing it in. The last little bit of fish is coming in. You assume that'll probably be potentially on the menu for tonight at the inn.
Is there a barrel of fish near me?
Sure.
Can I try to take one?
Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh, that is not good at all.
Good start to the night. Very good start to the
It
night.
is a natural one.
Yeah, don't even look at the numbers. Who won?
Well, unless this comes out natural 1. Nope, that is not a natural 1. You see one of the dock workers kind of like, I hope you be ready to pay for that.
Yeah, I was just checking to see how fresh it is before I bought one.
I caught it myself.
Oh. Well, that's good. What kind of fish is it?
Cod.
Oh, never mind. I'll pass. Cod's not really my favorite.
You come to the wrong town.
Yeah.
Is that the only fish you catch?
It's the majority.
See, when I think of cod, though, I think cod piece, and it's just not something I want to eat. So.
Mm.
And then I'm gonna just continue to walk away
As you're starting to
without a
walk,
fish.
he's just kind of starting to stare at you, like he's trying to. He's actually taking a look at you, and he's kind of looking at you, and he's just kind of. But as you quickly head off, he just kind of looks away and shakes his head. He looks confused.
That's my MO. I leave them confused and wanting more.
So there's just everyone's just kind of working. You can see like a little hut there where like the dock master is, and everyone kind of goes to him. You see them handing their slips, and he's tossing a few coins to different people and that kind of thing.
Does he look like really like busy? Like would he be bothered if I went up and talked to him?
It doesn't look like he'd be that happy.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I want to go talk to this dock master.
Okay. Yes. Slip.
Slip.
Yes. Aren't you? Oh, you're not one of the fishermen.
No, we're new in town, travelers. We were wondering if there's anything about town that anyone might need help with. Some trouble in the area, or we're not quite fishing types, but we're traveling helpers. So let's call it that. Would you know anything about where to go, direction to point us in? You seem like an important man around here. Dock master in a fishing town.
My boy, I am the most important man you'll ever meet.
Interesting.
And he just kind of goes, but if you're not the fishing type, you're no use to me. I'm not a seller of gossip. I'm a seller of fish. And a seller of people.
What?
I'm so glad Jack is making his camp in the woods.
He kind of looks at you. No, not like that. Workers.
Okay.
But there isn't. If you're looking for information, try the salted cod.
Salted cod.
Yes, the tavern.
That's what I needed. Oh, of course. Thank you, Dock Master.
Have I made it to the tavern yet?
You just kept walking? Not really knowing where it is. You kind of have an idea. There's not much to this town. Like I said, it's a fishing town that looks like it's down on its luck.
I feel like I would recognize a tavern, though.
Oh yeah, it's like a tavern/inn. It's the only one in town. You look like there may have been another one just down the road, but it's kind of all boarded up. So so where is Chalk right now? You're just outside the village?
Well, he makes his way up the beach a bit in the opposite direction of the village.
Okay.
And he tries to find a place with like some maybe a little bit of tree canopy, and then he'll set up his camp. Because last time he went to a human, like a smooth skin village, it went bad.
Yes,
It went very bad. So,
but you got to meet such nice people.
I have like a bedroll and like all
Okay.
sorts of camping.
Yeah,
gear,
there's like some bushes and stuff like that. I wouldn't like. There's no forest, but there's like an outcrop of like shrubs and typical field shrubbery.
He sets and baits his hunting trap,
Okay.
and then he settles down for the night.
Okay, it's about 7:00, just so you know.
Oh yeah, he
But
wants
that's fine
to.
for Chuck.
He wants to be up early in the morning.
Okay, not a problem.
It's been a very long 4 hours or so.
As I turn around and it's somewhat. How long has Chuck been not coming with us? Like, am I far enough away that he's just gone now?
Yeah, pretty much. You guys walked right
Okay.
into the town.
Okay. I just turn around and go, Chuck. What? Chuck. Chuck. Son of a bitch.
So you're probably making it. You're outside the tavern now. You look around. You see your group behind you, slowly making their way. Chocolates.
I'm just gonna kind of stand
anyone-
there and cross my arms and tap my foot like I'm waiting.
Can we just? We came through a portal and now all of a sudden one of us is gone. Did anyone see where he went? I thought he was with us and now he's not. No one's concerned.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, he seems like he can manage.
Yeah, Tally definitely saw him with your passive. You definitely saw him walk off into the forest, like off into the field and make camp.
Okay. Yeah, he was over there like setting up his bedroll at the end of the forest.
Oh. Okay, so there's weird Chuck
He's a weird
stuff. Okay.
swamp man to sleep with the fishes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pretend you didn't.
Whatever.
say that.
After the day that we've had, I need a drink, and I'm going to walk through the door of the tavern.
So you all walk into the salty cod. The inn is fairly empty for dinner time. There's a giant stuffed cod above the bar. Round wooden tables and chairs cover most of the floor. You can see a set of stairs that lead to a second floor. And a small stage is present in the corner. The only person you see behind the bar is a human female in her early 40s.
Is there an empty table? Well, I mean, I guess there would be.
Every table is empty. She goes,
Yeah,
"Oh,
is there one that's kind of off in like a corner? Like a booth? I prefer a booth.
there are no booths. There are just round tables. And
Boost to the
Some-
best.
some have 4
Yeah.
chairs, some have 6 chairs.
Flip the table because I'm so angry. No, I don't. I won't do that. Yeah, I'll just grab a table that looks like it could fit all of us at it.
Okay, so off to the side, you guys all sit down, and before you've even like fully seated, she's running. She's kind of over there, like, "Oh, what can I get you? I recommend the cod."
Anything else?
Is it salty?
No, there is no salt.
Oh.
We're out of the salted cod. I have a fried cod.
Jesus.
Ah,
Can I get you anything to drink?
I'll take ale.
Ale for the lot of you?
Just a water for me.
Oh, okay.
Do you have eggs?
Yeah, I can cook you some eggs. She's just
Yeah,
kind of looking.
Don't
over.
cook them that much. Make them real runny.
Oh, okay, no problem. Running eggs.
Actually, can you just give me some small birds? I'm kidding. Don't actually have her say that. I don't know when he
Oh my
said
God.
when he said don't cook the eggs all the way. I was just thinking like, yeah, eat some small birds. Sorry, no, continue.
Yeah, I'll have some fried cod and the ale.
So she's like, "Oh, I'll just bring you 2 gallons and 2 gallons of ale and a bunch of cups and the water for the lady."
Thank you.
gallons of it. Yes,
Well, we're getting
It's-
trash tonight.
She quickly runs by, comes running back with 2 gallons of ale, and then she just kind of puts out. You see her like looking for coasters, and she just kind of fumbles and just looks at the table and just puts the coasters away and just puts all the empty cups down. She fills them for you, slides them to you. She goes, just in case you be wanting some. She just puts an empty cup in front of Aviana, runs back, comes back with a cup of water, and then she goes, I'll get started right now on your eggs. And your cod. And she runs back to the kitchen.
is she out of earshot?
Yes.
Okay, Tabru leans in and goes, I found the great darkness in this area. They don't have any salt. How?
Yes, the monsters are stealing the salt.
Or something's causing the salt not to be created if there's meant to be salt made around here,
It's worse than
which
I
is
thought.
suspicious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the
Couldn't
ocean.
they just boil down some salt water and then like evaporate the actual water and get small trace amounts of salt? I feel like I did that in science. That was out of game. Jenny talking.
I don't know.
What is this magic you speak
Yeah, so
of?
this is a saltwater village, right? We're on the ocean, or are we on like a lake?
It is it is on the ocean. But you know what? It's my world, and everything's freshwater.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
So
I was
wait.
gonna check the water.
We're on the freshwater ocean right now.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
Right.
Everything's drinkable that
Wait a
way.
minute. Then how do we get salt
Yo.
in this world?
Sodium and chlorine. I don't know.
What? No.
Yeah.
Salt mines.
Yeah.
Salt
Salt
mines. That makes sense. Okay.
Mm.
Well, my checking the water to see if it's salty tomorrow plan is
Yo.
now canceled.
Everything is freshwater. It's terrific.
Different levels of cleanliness.
I was about to say this planet will never die.
All right, so Tali's had a rough day. She's just gonna take a pretty decent swig of ale.
It's not very good, but it'll do. Especially after the day we've all had.
So it's not strong.
It's strong. It just tastes like
Not
ass.
good.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to roll
Strongest.
con.
All the salt from the fish is in the beer.
Ew! Oh,
It's a fine sardine ale.
ew!
No, it's just a standard
Please no.
dive ale.
Okay, then I'm gonna finish my first glass in one sitting.
Okay. There's still 2 giant flagons on the table. She comes back not too long after, and she's like, here's your eggs, and they're quite runny. They're an attempt at like a scrambled egg.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I'll take them and eat them as they're very raw and runny because
And then she heads off, and another minute or 2 later, she comes back with your like a pan-fried cod. She goes, "Oh, hopefully that's up to your standards. What brings you to town? Lately, we haven't had very many travelers.
Just passing through, you know,
Oh,
needed a place to sleep.
oh, you need a place to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, we were
Well-
hoping we might find someplace.
You're in the finest inn in all of town.
Oh,
Oh.
how much is
How many inns in town are
Oh, don't worry about that.
Okay.
How much do you charge a night?
Oh, not very much, my dear. Not very much.
How much exactly would very
Yes,
much
it's
be?
very-
Would 2 silver pieces a room be adequate?
Is that for a single bed or?
Two beds per room. There is a room with a larger bed if that tickles your fancy.
No, two beds, right? Two bedroom rooms, right? Anyone else?
Yeah, Aviana, do you want to share a room?
Sure.
Okay. Roomies.
And then she goes back and she lets you finish your meal. Eventually, she starts to wander back. She goes, "Is there anything else I can get you?"
I actually had some questions. What's that thing in the water? That big floating thing out there.
Oh, it's just the temple.
To who?
Caligo, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Yes, that's where Father Phineas is.
Is this father? Is he has he been troubled lately? Is there anything interesting about this fellow? Like, what's the deal with him?
Oh no, he's quite nice. He holds our hope still for this village. He says he's been talking with the people in Sphia, and help will be on the way anytime now. Things will get right back to normal.
Help with what?
What's help with? Yeah, help with what? What's not normal?
Oh, it's the oh, don't let me worry you guys. You're just travelers coming through here. Don't like us. I don't want to.
We're curious and we've got plenty of time.
Oh,
I'd also rather
Okay.
know where it is and isn't safe to be wandering.
oh no, the town is quite safe, my dear. Don't worry about that. It's just the salt is contaminated.
Haha!
Mm-hmm.
Tavruk leans in and says, "I was right about the salt."
It
Contaminated with what?
well, we used to be a thriving fishing village, and we would get the salt from the salt mine, and we would package the salt around the fish, and then send them for shipping them out to other villages. But the salt, our pristine, beautiful white salt from the mines, started coming back darker and darker till it was almost as dark as ash. And then, instead of preserving the fish, within 20-30 minutes, the fish would be rotten.
Oh, so not like volcanic salt. Like that gourmet black salt I've heard of.
I don't know about that. There's not much gourmet around here anymore.
How long has this been going on?
5 or 6 months.
Hmm.
Then it started with just the salt turning color, but then eventually we stopped hearing back from the miners. And then, which is sad for this village, because if you're not a fisherman, you're a miner. But we haven't heard much. Adventurers have gone and tried to see what's the matter, but no one's come back, so many people have just up and left the village.
Can I get another flagon?
What was that, my dear?
Another flagon of ale.
Oh, no problem. She goes behind the bar, comes back another minute or two later, fills up and puts another one on the table, and she goes, "Oh." Takes the empty one away. There's 2 full ones on the table.
Is no one else gonna drink theirs?
I'm casually drinking mine while eating my fish.
Okay.
Tavruk's not really throwing his back or anything.
I will look to her and say, "Can I get 2 raw cod, please?"
I was really hoping to say that.
Oh. I've heard out east people eat it that way. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, very far east.
The shimi cod. Delicious.
Here we go.
So she's
Nah,
like,
if it was tuna, maybe. But
interesting. And she just comes by, like, you can tell she doesn't get very much business. And she takes
yeah,
her a
we've
few more minutes, and she comes back with 2 cod. It took her a little longer than you thought it would be for just thing. I'm pretty sure she may have just popped out to one of the dock workers and bought a few.
I thank her for it, and then pay whatever the amount would be for my part of the room and the eggs and the cod that I had.
Well, we each have 3 platinum coins. So I throw down a platinum and say, "Can I have some change, please?"
She's like, you just see her eyes light up. I don't think she's looking at like she's never really seen a platinum coin.
Can
So
can
she
she
comes
make
back.
change?
It takes her some time,
Just get all that change.
but eventually she comes back and she plops down 91 silver, or we'll make it easier.
I'll
She
foot the
plop-
whole bill. I'll just have me pay the whole bill.
Okay.
Oh.
She puts
Oh,
down
okay.
10 gold, 9 gold, and a silver.
I pocket the rest of my money and I just roll out. Actually, and I take out that scroll that I've been kind of like half holding on to, and I kind of toss on the table. And I unroll it and kind of start reading it. Probably copying it into a notebook that I have that I pull from my bag, and I start copying it over after I read it.
What you looking at there?
I have no idea. Aviana would remember this. I don't. I was given the scroll because someone has a problem, and I kind of turn and look at Almus.
Yes. On the scroll is written components that are required to make a concoction, to make a vial.
Oh, that scroll. Yeah, okay. Mm.
I'm going to take off my necklace or my amulet, and I'm gonna slide it across the table at Almas. Can you tell me anything about this?
Yeah, whenever I go up to my room, I can check it out for you.
So she comes back a few moments later, and she drops down 2 pairs of keys.
Before she leaves, I ask her, so, if somebody wanted to maybe help with this mine, we should talk to the father first?
Yes, I would probably recommend. Most of the adventurers seem to talk to him before.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my food and my ale. Almas, were you drinking yours?
No, I'm good. And if you look at it, he's only had about 2 or 3 sips of it. He's like, I don't like how this whole thing works. And he just pushes the thing sort of to the middle of the table.
No, yep, I'm just gonna finish it and get a nice buzz for tonight. And I'm gonna sleep real good.
how? Well, we have our heading for this darkness to deal with. Do we just want to go ahead and go to sleep, or it's
Maybe
not
we
too
go
late.
see that chat.
Maybe I don't know. Or do we go see Father Phineas now and start on this mine strip early tomorrow instead of having to make one more stop in the morning? It's not that late yet, right?
I've had 3 beers or ales. I don't know if me going to church is such a good idea right now.
Yeah, what time is it, DM? About what time?
Oh, it was about 7 when you got there, like 6 or 7 o'clock. You've now sat down, had a full meal, chit-chatted a bit. So we were probably getting closer to like 8 or 9-ish. It's kind of getting dark outside.
I'll look at the people at the table and say, I'm going to take these fish to Chalk. I'll tell them to meet us at the temple in the morning, and I'll come back when I finish with that and go up to my room. So I'll be back, guys. And
I'll go.
get up with the fish.
I'm gonna go with you.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And we'll head out the door together, I guess.
As I say that, I kind of waggle the scroll in his direction, going, "Oh no, I'm coming with you."
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, good. I'm definitely taking those raw fish for Chalk.
Yeah, I'm gonna stumble up to my room while they're going to see Jack.
Don't lock the door behind you. I don't have the key. You do.
Put a sock on the door if things are happening.
Okay. What if you lock me in the room?
How about you go to the room and I will lock it behind you when I go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah.
excellent. Aviana wouldn't say cool. That's not a word she would use.
Sweet, bro.
Yeah.
Sweet deal, man. Let's go.
Sweet campaign, bro.
Callie's tipsy enough that this seems like a great idea. To be locked in a room.
Oh, you're not getting locked in
After
the room.
escaping a locked room.
You just walk up into it and close the door behind you. The door's unlocked. I'm taking the key and I'm leaving.
But how do I lock the door?
From the inside?
You don't worry about it. Or yeah, in from the from the inside.
Like how locks
That's
work?
the right answer.
Ginny knows this, but Holly is.
Role play.
Erica
Holly
did not
had a
think
bit
of this.
to drink.
No.
You're a few sheets
Nope.
into the wind. It's okay. Fast forwarding, you're able to turn the lock on the door and everything.
We did it.
Congratulations. Doors are not your Achilles heel yet.
They don't
We'll
know-
get there.
I have proficiency in lock
Doors.
in door lock.
Doors.
Mismanagement.
Exactly. See, your lockpick.
I use my thieves toolkit to lock the door.
Don't.
Reverse breaking in. Don't do that. Don't do it.
So, Callie has retired to her room for the night.
And
Not a
I'm
moment
gonna
too
take
soon.
something out of my bag and curl up with it and go to sleep.
Okay. Tevrook, are you going to your room?
No, not
I can
yet.
stay at the bar for a bit.
While they are going to see Chuck, I just kind of want to walk out of the tavern and kind of scout out the town a little bit. And just see what kind of stuff is in this little village area.
Not much is going on. You see a few people now heading towards the tavern. Local fishermen. They look like they're just gonna go drink their sorrows away for the night. And you have a few walking around. A couple of them look a little rambunctious, like they've already been hitting the sauce a little early.
No stores that stand out or anything. Just kind of general stores and
There is a general store that you see, but it's currently closed.
yeah.
It's called Luke's Hooks.
All right. So if there's nothing of interest immediately, like especially if all the shops are closed. Just
Yeah,
kinda-
no, this is not a happening village.
No. Okay. Then yeah, he'll just go back in and go ahead up to the room and probably just check out and admire his new his new gauntlets.
Okay.
Just could test them out, like like punch his hands and stuff, and kind of get a feel for him and break him in a little bit. Yeah, shadowboxing in the room.
I go punch a tree.
Oh, Tali went to sleep with the amulet still on, so
Okay.
we'll have to wake her up to identify it.
So we'll pick up with Almis and Aviana, the A team, walking down west out of the village, heading towards the passing where Tali told you she saw Chuck walking.
So, and I kind of again I waggle the scroll again. What's all this about?
Oh, my memory's not the best on it, but like being here kind of hurts and kind of sucks. So that probably is going to help with that.
What does that mean? It's just a general pain, or because if I recall, you almost collapsed.
Yeah. No, I don't. My bones hurt. I don't like sleeping. I don't like eating. All that shit is for the birds.
She kind of gives him like this kind of like a weird look. Doesn't really know what to say to that, but
Yep. Well, looking over the recipe, it's all things you have with you in your component pouch, but you've never thought like, I was always told that and at least those two things together don't make any sense, but with that third ingredient, it kind of clicks in your brain like, It's almost... Give me a intelligence check with proficiency.
shit. The mother of dicks. Here we go. Let's see how great those are. With proficiency, that's a fucking number. It's a 7. I rolled a 2. 2 plus 5.
You're not really sure what kind of serum this would make.
Just fuck me. Just fuck me. Just fuck me. I have some great bonuses. I have some
Whoa!
bonuses, and I just
Family
can't
programming, ma'am.
roll. Motherfucking dick shit balls. I can't roll.
And so you guys continue on towards Chuck's general location. Chuck,
Yeah.
what kind of trap did you put out there?
It's to catch. Well, it's my bear trap. So it's like it's a baited bear trap essentially.
Okay, can I get perception rolls?
That's a big old nat 1.
Oh god, you rolled first. I have a 6.
Okay, Almas, can I get you to roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please?
Let me see. Dexterity actually decent at that. All right. Disadvantage. All right. That is on disadvantage. Another nat 1.
Oh,
Oh my
Woo!
god.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
almost is dead. His foot was cleaved clean off, and now he's dead.
Maybe the potion will save his life.
His skinny, painful legs bled to death on the beach.
It just turned to dust immediately.
No, you failed, and you take max damage. You take 4 piercing damage, and you are grappled, essentially.
As it snaps my foot, instead of you see a grimace of pain on his face, and he's just like, Chalk! just
So I hear something has been caught in my trap, right?
Yes.
All right. So I sneak out to where it is to see what it is, because I'm probably gonna have to kill it and clean it.
Yep. So give me a perception check.
Please roll better.
Give me 1 second. 21.
Finally!
Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
Can you give me a roll? I'm going to unfortunately make that decision.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
21 is still the lower of the two.
No problem.
Holy
You
shit.
you can tell. You look over, you're kind of stalking it, and you tell, oh, that's Almas and Aviana, and Almas is caught in my bear trap. Or my hunting trap.
Alright, so I grumble as I make my way over. And I crouch down low next to the trap, and I know how to disarm it properly now that it's been snapped.
Yeah.
Get it off his leg. And Jack's just got that expression of idiot.
Yo, Tweedledee and Tweedledum come rolling up into the camp.
I'll hand him the 2 fish and be like, yeah, these were for you. Good trap there.
Jack hunting dinner.
So yeah, and I give you those 2 cod. Or actually, I'll just put them down. I'll put one in the trap just to be like, there you go.
Yeah, he's gonna reset the trap with one of the cods as bait. He'll slice it open and to expose its entrails so that the odor gets out there, so something will be drawn to it. And then he proceeds to rummage through his pouch and just hand a small handful of his good mushrooms to to Flatface.
And I'll take some and be like, yeah, that'll be nice. I'll go ahead and scarf those bad boys down. Also, that floating thing over there in the water, we're going to be there in the morning. So if you want to stay out here, that's cool. That's where we'll be in the morning if you want to meet us.
Chuck just nods.
So you guys reach back to the... Actually, we'll deal with Chalk first. Chalk, your night goes fairly uneventful, other than you catch a small, coyote.
Oh, a coyote. All right.
Oh, damn.
I skin it, clean it, cook it, eat it. Actually, not necessarily cook it. And then I turn its rib cage into darts.
Mark yourself
Nice.
for bone darts. That's a lizard folk trait. All right. Yeah, the rest of your night goes fairly uneventful. After the carcass is kind of kicking around, all the others in the area are kind of staying clear of Chalk the hunter. And so Aviana and Almas, you guys make your way back. You're just starting to walk through the town. There's a couple, 2 or 3 of the sailors are kind of walking through. And they kind of look at you guys and he goes, "Fuck, you're ugly."
I was actually in an accident as a kid, asshole. Thanks a lot. And I'll turn around and pretend to weep a little bit.
And he looks over at his buddies. Ha ha, he thought I was talking about him.
Damn.
Oh!
The real joke is they think that I'm paying attention to them, and I'm not.
Yeah, you just got your face buried down. He's like,
Yep.
they're no fun, and they just kind of walk away.
Damn, that's fucked up. That's
Hashtag charisma -1. Let's go.
So you guys continue on your way. You reach the tavern. It's a little more lively now than it. There's, 5 or 6 patrons there having a couple drinks. There's somebody up on the stage there with a little lute, and it's not good. It's like someone practicing, like some kids practicing from, your neighbor's kid practicing. Going,
Hot cross buns
What?
echoes throughout the tavern.
Oh my god.
yes, cross bun.
Would it have been loud enough to wake me up?
No, you're
Okay.
you're done.
Sweet. I'm probably gonna go and just like do a half-hearted like good night wave, and I'm gonna go back to our room and essentially start trying to make whatever this thing is I was given.
So almost you see her walk with. She's still staring at this parchment in her notebook. She hasn't really looked up other than to step over something, and she just kind of just gives you that little nonchalant wave and just heads up the stairs.
All right, so he's gonna head upstairs, and I'm gonna knock on the door of door number 1.
He just hears light snoring from me.
I pop open the door and I just be like, "You're in room 2." By the way,
Does she want me to look at the amulet, or?
yeah, you know what? I'll get it to you 1 second. And I go over and I just like I'm not tentative. I'm not like specifically gentle about it. I just go and unclasp the necklace from the back of her neck and see if I can get it, take it off. Whether she wakes up or not, I don't really care.
Give me a perception check.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. That is a 19.
As Aviana goes to reach for your necklace, tries to unclasp, you just see the little tiefling hang and grab your wrist.
What are you doing?
Didn't you want this looked at?
What? I still haven't opened my eyes.
I'm taking the necklace off of you to give to Almas to look at. Do you still want him to look at it?
Fine, just leave me alone. And I'm gonna roll back over and go back.
Cool. I continue to pull it off and
No,
hand it to Almas.
I'm gonna kind of just give it to you. Take it off and give it to you.
So you see her roll over with a little stuffed animal. She just kind of rolls into the corner. You now have a necklace in your possession.
Yep. And I go back over to the door and I give it to Almas and I wish him good night and I close the door.
All right. As Almost goes to room number 2, is the door unlocked?
Yeah, I didn't lock it.
Okay, I'm gonna peek my head in like a little kid. Be like, are you decent?
Are you still shadowboxing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Almost will come in. He's like, I'm gonna look at some things. If you want me to look at yours, we can do that. FYI, I'm going to be half naked tattooing my body in a little bit, so just heads up for that.
Oh.
No, I
He's excited for it.
I got the feeling that I know what mine do.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. You know, the gauntlets named after a fire god. You know, not too hard to figure out.
Yeah, I assumed fire hands. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fire.
If you ever want a tattoo, by the way, just let me know.
What's your style?
I'll show you. And he'll,
tribal or like
Comic
Yeah,
Sans.
yeah, right.
Comic
Go ahead.
Sans. Jesus Christ.
He'll take off his shirt and his armor and all that stuff, and it's from wrist through everything else that you see unclothed is a lot of black inks, a lot of small runic circles, a giant red muscular dragon along the entire back, and a
Like-
lot of
Like a dragon with like a big muscular arm?
No, just like a big chunky,
Hmm.
like a level 100 dragon on his back.
I was thinking you had a Trogdor tattoo. Yeah.
A big chunky boy.
Big old chunky dragon. As long as other little creatures, starry fields or starry backgrounds, and just like completely every inch of his body is covered from what you can see. So yeah, I can do a lot of stuff.
I thought about getting my initials. Just a T.
I mean, we could do that if just a T. All right, you want it like shoulder blade to shoulder blade through the spine, or
Too big of a decision. We'll talk about it later.
okay, all right. So Almost will sit on his bed with his shirt off. I will identify the 3 magic items first, and then after that,
as
ritual
or ritual. Okay.
ritual. Yeah, so it'll take time.
I
And
will
then-
I will stop shadowboxing as to not. I just figure me bouncing around the tavern room is probably distracting when you're trying to do ritual. So I'm just kind of chilling out and de-armoring, putting my armor in a nice little stack in the corner.
At first, you're starting your ritual. Tavrook's still doing. You see your candles, and your incense are kind of shaking and moving. You Tavrook notices. He just kind of stops shadowboxing, and you reorganize all your stuff. And then you, what item are you casting? Identify on?
It'll be on the nature bag. It'll be on my knowledge scroll, and it'll be on Tali's amulet. So it'll take about 30 minutes, but that's the 300.
So when you cast it on your item, you get the same information I sent you before.
Okay.
Do you have the information for that item?
Yes.
You can. I guess you could technically tell Tavrook as he's in the wanted to what it does, and you also know that there is some sort of warding thing on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It seems like a very powerful item.
All right. I'm going to keep that to myself because I'm just
Okay.
sitting here head down. So
And then what are you identifying next?
I would do the bag that was thrown into the water.
Okay. It's dried off by now. You kind of open it. You can see some dirt in it. As you cast your spell on it, you can just get a bit of a ward on it.
Mhm.
That's all you get.
I can't get what it actually does.
Doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. Yeah. Okay. So
I
I
see
will.
identify. It is a bag of dirt of warding.
I can
What you can tell.
Right there.
The bag of dirty warding.
So seeing this, I can kind of, realize like this is probably out of my league. So I'm not even gonna bother with the amulet. I'll tell her I did in the morning, but and then
Dolly
before I
knows
go
you're
to bed, I'll add I'm gonna add a very small vampire child tattoo on right on the hip bone, and then I'll put 2 small runic circle black tattoos, the little black circles I have, and then I'll be going to bed after that.
Tavrook is seeing him piece together the tattoo, and one picture kind of comes, recognizes. He recognizes Lucia from our fight in the big room there.
Stop
Right,
naming the
mhm.
monsters. Makes them human.
Hey, I didn't
Hey,
give her
you
a
named
name.
that one.
I
Yeah.
didn't give her a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she said her name right.
Someone was like, "Hey, little girl, are you okay?" And she's like, "My name's Lu-"
I want to be friends and eat.
But yeah, so once I see the picture coming
Best
through,
friends with Chalk. These
Yeah.
shooters together.
I don't.
They
I'm-
eating twins back to back.
I'm gonna. I see the picture of the vampire spawn coming through, and I go, "If I'm seeing this right, this makes your dragon tattoo very impressive."
Oh no, I just really like red dragons. I didn't get one. Well,
Not every tattoo means anything. Jeez.
Hey, I mean, it
Just because he has a giant red dragon tramp stamp, it's so cool.
Tramp.
I do appreciate it, but no, I've just they're kind of a big deal, from what I can remember. So yeah, but no, this one, yeah, I fucked that little girl up.
So, how many of these are things that you have defeated, killed, overcome?
And he just starts counting them. I don't know, half of them, maybe. I don't know. I'm honestly just, I like to draw sometimes.
You're very good.
Thank you.
What
Again, I can give you this tea anytime you want.
What are the two circles?
The circles. All right.
They're too
gonna
personal.
trust
I know
you.
how tattoos are.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna trust you. So, you know how wizards have books? Yeah, fuck that. I just tattoo it on my skin, just between me and you. No need for books. It's on my skin in a language that only I seem to know. So there's my spells. That's what this is.
Wow. So half are defeated monsters and half are spells.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell anybody or I'll kill you.
Sure.
Yeah. Jokes.
Yeah. But that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So how do you do the ones that are they all visible to you? Like, can you do the spells that are on your back?
Yeah, normally if I put any on my back, you just look at it in the morning, you remember what it looks like, you're good to go. Yeah, wizard stuff, right?
Wizard stuff.
You fight really cool, by the way. Actually, thanks for that fucking statue, because God, that thing's gonna fuck me up.
Yeah, but that's the kind of combat I'm used to. Most people see us as just big red savages, but I mean, we fight methodically. I'm not going to stop doing that just because I'm not fighting with the Legion.
The Legion, is that, I guess, where you came from, or?
Yes, that is my version of a family. We're closer to our combatants who fight side by side with us than we are with our actual family. So those are my people.
Hey, if we ever take over the world, we'll bring those guys in on it, alright? Yeah. We'll do that. It was a joke. Wink, wink at you a whole bunch.
Okay.
I thought you were just gonna say wink.
I was about to just say wink, but no.
I can't wink.
It's a really awkward, like his skin's kind of deformed. I was like, wink.
I'm waiting for them to kiss each other.
Fight, kiss.
You're not waiting for anything. You're waiting for the hangover in the morning.
That's true. Jenny is waiting for them to.
No.
Okay. Now, unless anybody else has anything else to do tonight.
I am gonna make one of the potions from the scroll, and I'm also going to make one of my potions.
All right, and then with that, we will go into our long rest.
Let me get this long rest.
And
Yay!
during the long rest, you will all level up.
Huzzah!
Level 4!
You start the morning off as the morning sun the water. It shines right into Chalk Eyes, and he's ready.
Yeah, pack up, make wander into town at that point.
And you're just your normal Chalk awesomeness?
Oh yeah, I don't have any disguises. What is this disguise you speak of?
Okay. So as you're walking to town, how early?
I went to bed at 7, only to be disturbed by
Your trap going off?
my trap going off, right?
Yeah, but then after that you caught another thing.
Yeah.
And so it would take you time to skin it and create your bone things. And
so maybe, whenever, sort of.
Yeah, like 10ish maybe.
At the sunrise, right? You said the sun woke him up, so whatever time sunrise would be.
Yep. So as you wake up, you look out into the water. As you're making your way, you've seen that the boats are already out for the morning.
Yeah.
So the dock isn't particularly busy.
Yeah.
Do you have a cloak or anything, or?
Oh, you see how he's dressed. He's got that cloak that is made mostly of reeds and other plant life, and he's got that that weird hat that he's wearing right now, made of like a water lily, or like a lily pad, I should say.
So the odd person that kind of sees you does a double take and then kind of, and then you guys, the rest of you, awake to hearing some sort of commotion in town. Female barkeep kind of bangs on your guys' doors as you wake up. And like, you guys are adventurers. Help us! There's something attacking the docks.
Oh shit!
Meanwhile, Jack is sitting down on the docks and he's talking to the gulls that would probably be drawn by all the fishing. Jack is going to ritually cast Speak with Animals, and he's just going to be chatting with the birds, seeing what news they have.
Mine?
Oh, yeah. I give them food. Like, yeah, here, yours.
Mine? And you see more of them starting to come down. Those ones just make noise. You don't hear their one sing, I don't believe.
Yeah, he just keeps feeding them. Nonchalantly. He's ignoring the smoothskins.
And they're all kind of like staring at it, and you see like, and then you see a couple people running off towards the temple.
As she comes to the door, I'm gonna make the bat appear and send him out the window and see within 100 feet if I can figure out if I can see what's going on at the docks.
So as they go, your bat sees it kind of from some sort of lizard folk on the dock, surrounded by seagulls.
I will tell the guys, "Oh, this commotion it's chalk. We should probably get out there."
I'd like to think Aviana comes out like perfectly, like almost looking as excellent as she did when she first put everything back on the other day. Like she'd been awake for an hour. She looks fine.
And I also look at Aviana. Did you finish that potion? My legs are creaky.
I pull out one of the vials from my chest and I toss it to him and go, "Here you go, Grandpa."
I down that immediately.
Okay, your point of exhaustion is removed.
So, Jack is actually going to befriend one of them by using animal friendship. Figure having a bird that knows its way around this place might be a good idea. So I'm just asking it what the news is and what's going on in this small town, and anything interesting, anything bad.
While that's happening, Tali notices that her amulet is gone.
Oh yeah, I'll hand it to her as I see her like.
Yeah, like I'm like
checking her
just kind of
pockets and
touching around my neck. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there's some magic on that one. Mm-hmm.
I assume we're making our way to the dock.
Yes, you guys are all running
Chalk
to the
is...
Sorry, my sister came by to ask me a question.
Aviana has a sister.
An NPC.
I have no family. It's just me. I'm all alone. With a bottle of wine.
You're not alone anymore.
And Jeremiah.
That's right, I have Jeremiah. It's me and Jeremiah. And also, whatever the fuck all my other weapons are named. Because yes, they all have names.
So as you guys are making your way to the dock, you just see Chalk sitting there talking with some seagulls. A bunch of like dock hands, able-bodied guys are just kind of half like none of them want to get close. They're all kind of pushing each other. No, you talk to her. Go do something.
Yeah, I was walking behind the group, and in big. I've still got my mask on, but in trying to look like I mean, I'm wearing armor and I've got weaponry. And I go, what seems to be the problem here?
Sir, that thing, it's I think it's going to attack the town.
Well,
You
why?
see Chalk there, sitting there. Look at it.
It doesn't look like he's bothering anyone.
Look at you, sir
Oh,
or madam. I'm not sure who is speaking.
I'm just.
Race.
He looks like he's just sitting on your dock.
He looks and then he sees Tally. What's going on? You can tell these folks have not seen much. Like, it's mainly pretty much 99% human. But none of them look very brave to do something.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, I'm just
Go
gonna
about
walk
your
up
day.
past the crowd towards Chuck.
Okay, before you get to Chuck, what would you like to talk to? You just have a chat with the seagull. Your
Yeah,
friend-
I'm just like I said. I'm trying to get the. I understand that it's an animal and it doesn't necessarily have the same sort of perception as a humanoid creature, but
Mhm.
just curious as to what it knows versus what the people know.
It's just like, good fish, good fish. Lots more fish.
Yes.
Lots more fish now. Lots more fish.
Why?
They stopped fishing so much. They
Why?
stopped stealing my fish.
Why they stop steal fish?
Fish be mine. Mine.
Mine? Oh yeah, the fish belong to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I eat. Nom 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 nom.
I feed him more.
He starts eating. He goes.
Jack slowly stands up. I take it the gull is like perched on his shoulder.
Yep. He'll just kind of hop up there. You're a food source.
Yeah. Also, I'm his best friend right now.
Yeah. He starts picking at a couple of the mushrooms on you.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. No taste like fish.
Here, have this. This is good. You good?
It's
So Jack turns around, sees the crowd of smooth skin, kind of like eyes them all.
they're kind of backing away as soon as you start getting up. There's the semicircle around you is now expanded.
Have I made it through the crowd yet?
Yes, you've made your way Assassin's Creed style through the...
Okay. Have I made it to Chuck yet?
Yep, Chalk has stood up and you see Tally coming.
Oh, girl.
Well, you sure know how to make an impression, don't you?
It's like fishermen aren't the smooth skin fishermen aren't fishing. Why? They're not fishing as much. Why?
That doesn't matter right now. Right now, that group of people behind me think you're going to eat them.
I already had breakfast.
Yes. I know.
Well, tell
But,
them I already had breakfast.
We need to make you seem less threatening.
He like leans over and he shouts them. No afraid, Smoothskins. Jack already ate.
Holly puts her head down and is like rubbing her temple.
You just hear from the group like, I thought he was going to kill us. I didn't know he was going to eat us.
He's not going to do either. Go.
He's not
Everyone-
going to do
He kinda
anything.
runs away. He's going to eat us.
Everyone back to work.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to amplify my voice and say, "Shut up! He's not going to eat or kill any one of you."
I'm not.
Now they're like, they back away and they're kind of, there's this tiefling in front of them shouting at. But he's
I'm
not
going to
hungry right
say-
now.
This is the great Chakuntuk, the bravest adventurer this town has ever seen.
I am? It's kind of like looking a bit puzzled. I am!
And then in the distance, you see people running towards the group. And behind them slowly is like an elderly man coming behind them. Now here's, what seems to be the commotion around here? That's not the good voice. In an elderly voice, you hear, what seems to be the commotion around? And he looks up.
What's he wearing? What's he wearing?
He is adorned with purple and gold robes.
Yep.
Purple and gold robes. That guy plays for the Lakers.
Oh my god. Next to a lake.
It's Pat Riley.
Father Phineas, is that you?
Yes, my dear. Do I know you?
Not yet. We're here to speak to you on behalf of someone very important.
Oh, folks, he kind of leans closer to you. Is he of any harm?
No.
No.
Not to you.
And he kind of looks and he goes, okay. Nothing to see here, folks. Go along your business. He was created by Unis just like the rest of us. No need to judge.
What?
He goes, come to the temple. And he
I'm
starts
really
heading
glad
back.
I didn't have to roll deception.
I same. I follow. There's no hesitation. I just follow and kind of don't even gesture. I just go.
Chak is pissed at this point, but he follows along behind quietly for the moment.
Yep. As we're going through the crowd, I'm gonna say, see, he knows who we are, and I'm just gonna follow that Lord guy.
And as we're walking, we kind of walk at the same pace as Chak, and I go, "Hey, you gonna make us go through this every town we go to?
Go where?
Literally anywhere."
It's like Smoothskin's not used to Chak's people.
No, they are not.
Things go worse if Chak had come at night. What with Village? I'm asking Big Red. What with Village?
In what respect?
Not doing too well.
Oh, changing the subject. Okay, fair point, Chuck. Maybe we should address this the next place we go, so we don't have to fight off a horde every time we try to go somewhere.
Chak did not attack anyone.
Trust me, I know very well. Do you see the mask? Consider something, maybe. Lower the hood.
It's like Chak points to his snout. Hood no good.
You're smart. You'll figure something out, but we can't do this all the time. It will be a huge pain in the ass. Do you have an ass, Chuck?
Do you have it?
I'll take that as a yes. Lizard ass. Jesus. No, we know what's wrong with the town.
What?
You should have said Unis, not Jesus.
There's no... Unis Christ. Their salt mines have been corrupted. There's no way to export the fish from here to anywhere else.
No,
So,
what do you mean salt corrupt?
the details, we didn't exactly get anything, but their salt started turning black and is no longer preserving their fish. So, the fish are rotting, so they can't.
Chak waves at dismissal. Chak fix that.
Oh, you can just fix that. Do you know why it happened?
He kind of shrugs. No, but Chak can fix.
Well, that's why we're here, Chuck. We're going with this guy, and he's going to give us the details.
So that's why birds tell Chak that the fishermen or smooth-skinned fishermen aren't fishing as much.
Yes.
He slowly just Neanderthal petering up the hill over the floating platforms. They kind of sway over the floating bridge. You guys are pretty close now. We'll say for brevity's sake that you guys make it to the church, and you see him struggling trying to open the door.
I'll open the door.
And he goes, "Oh, aren't you a strong one? Come in." And you guys go to the church. The church is small. Has just like your basic wooden pews that flank the main aisle that lead to an altar at the end. The pews are carved with waves. And he just kind of leads you to the front pews and just goes, sit. We'll talk.
Chak sits on the floor.
He just kind of looks. He goes, "What brings an eclectic bunch of people to my church?"
We heard that there might be some trouble in the area, and being great adventurers like ourselves, we decided to come check it out.
Ah, yes. They must have got my message. I need to help us with our problems.
Message?
Yep, that's exactly why we're here.
Yep.
We are?
I sent message to Sphia about our problems. And I told everyone here. As soon as I sent the message, people would be here on behalf of the church to help us.
I point to the seagull on my shoulder. Bird told me.
He kind of looks at you guys over and goes, "Oh, you definitely don't look like Sfian guards. That is obvious. But don't worry. Your assistance is appreciated, but not needed. The guards from Sphia will be here any day now, and they will solve our problems. We just need to pray and keep the faith."
You have some black salt?
It was all disposed of. It was tainted.
Jack just shakes disapproval. Where mine?
Don't worry about the guards from Sphia will take care. We pray to Caligo. Caligo will bless us. All praise to be Caligo.
Calico not here now. Jack here. Jack fix problem.
He walks over the chalk and just goes, "Do you hear that, chalk?" And he's referring to the waves that are crashing. Do you hear the waves?
Jack says, waves make waves make more waves. Wind makes waves. Moon makes waves.
Caligo makes the waves.
Yes, we appreciate the civilian guards will be of much help. How do we? How do we?
I sent a message to them. They'll be here any day now. You need to work.
Yes, no, we don't want to go to the mines. Well, we want to make sure we avoid them to any trouble. Can you just tell us which direction they are so we know not to head that way?
Roll a deception.
Where should we not go?
Which direction is bad for Tavru? It's a 4.
Can he get advantage if I help him? Or can I
You
not
have to
help
say
him?
that before.
Yeah,
okay.
it's too late.
My
It's
bad.
bad.
And he just kind of goes, "Oh, silly big boy." He goes, "Don't worry. I only sent the message 3 to 4 months ago. They'll be here any day. Any day."
You've sent a message to Sphia, and you've sent a message to fucking insert name of God here that Aviana totally knows that Erica has forgotten.
Caligo.
Caligo. You sent messages to Sphia, and you send messages to Caligo. And we have come to potentially help you with your problem, and you don't think that Caligo may have sent us? Beyond waiting for help from Sphia? You would deny potential help from your god himself? Shit! You deny potential help from your goddess herself? I'm fucking on it.
He just kind of looks and kind of like,
I kind of look to the bird. You know where mine is?
Kind of goes, "Wow. Couple hours fly east."
We go east. Go mine. I turn to the as I address the bird.
He goes, "How'd you know where the mine is?"
Bird told. I gotta find.
He goes, "But I'd appreciate if you don't get in the way of the Sphia guard. They'll be here any day now."
When the Sphia guard come, we'll gladly let them take over, because I'm sure that I would be happy to let them risk their lives over us. However, until
Jack is already heading out the door.
there goes our lizard man. Okay.
It's just keep that one away from crowds. People around this area are. You might be okay in the bigger cities, but
don't worry. He's more or less kind of trained. It's fine.
Well, let Caligo's blessing be upon you.
Maybe you should educate your people and let them know that we were all created equal under the eyes of Unis. And I'm gonna leave.
As you're leaving, he's like, "It was only that easy, my child. It was only that easy." And he starts going back amongst his business.
Before he leaves, if everyone's gonna leave, I'm gonna stay behind a little bit. If everyone's leaving,
I'm just following Jack
Jock.
to make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
Yep. Okay, so anyone sticking around the temple other than Aviana?
Almost is just sitting in the back pew with his legs up on the one in front of him.
I'm basically sticking behind to do a bit of praying to, get the whole hey Caligo, please don't let us die. But again, the whole bless us, please don't let us not find anything upon which we cannot handle, please bless us as we go through the territory which is clearly under your rule. Blah 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 blah. That kind of stuff. I'm just gonna pray for a bit.
As you're doing that, you just feel a hand on your shoulder. And you just hear, she knows not who she travels with. Caleb, give her your blessing. And he gives you like a light kiss on the top of your head. Continues on. He's a creepy old priest.
It's a creepy old priest. Yep, I got that much. Yeah, non creepy, but like yeah. Just like hey, I see you, praying girl. I got you. Yeah, basically it's just the whole like, hey, we're gonna be doing shit in your territory. Don't fuck us over. Is basically the essence of the prayer. Only and yield, holy speak.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna I'll eventually, because they'll have gone at this point, so I'll catch up eventually.
Okay. So you're hurrying back. Almost you're leaving when she's leaving, I assume?
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'll get up, like, nonchalantly and follow her as she's leaving out the door.
Okay. And then as you leave, you just hear, oh, the young ones. And he goes back to, like, sweeping and doing his thing. So then you head out. Are you guys waiting for them, like, when you get back to mainland, or continue on?
Jack is headed east to the mine.
Okay, so you
I
head
am
back.
watching out for Chad
Yeah,
to make
no
sure he
one's...
doesn't eat faces, and no one tries to kill him.
Okay. So there's no one... You don't see any other dock workers or anything. You're just heading straight to... You can take a separate path that heads more east. And you start making your way east. And you can see a road leaving the village.
Yeah, these smoothskins probably have a road going up to the mine, so I'm gonna start heading in an easterly direction. I'm hoping that eventually I come across the mine.
Well, when you would reach the main, like, coming from the temple, there's two bridges. There's, like, two flowing bridges, one that heads to the docks, and one that heads to a road that kind of skirts the town.
I'm heading towards the road.
Okay. As you go around there, you pass by a few homes and buildings. And, you know, as you pass, people kind of pull their children. And then leaving northeast from the town, there is a road. Just as you get to the outskirts of town, you see behind you the rest of the party catch up.
Alright, whatever. Keep walking.
So, you reach the northeast part of town. You just see the outskirts. You can see it's a pretty open area. And you guys are just heading down the road?
Yeah, does the road look well traveled?
Yeah, fairly well traveled. You can tell this was a
Okay.
prominent trade route at one point.
Jack turns to Goat Girl and say, "Why all this thing about Unas this, Unas that?"
It's what they want to hear. If we tell them what they want to hear, they're less likely to try and kill you.
But they listen to lies.
Most people listen to lies. Sometimes lies are better than the truth.
No, truth always comes.
You're right. Some people don't want to hear it. And I'm going to continue walking.
Yeah, I'm walking too. Occasionally talking to the bird. Yes, Goat Girl smart for Goat Girl smooth skin. Yes. Kind of like chatting with the bird.
Thanks for listening, and check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Misfit Rolls. And don't forget, whether you're a gnome barbarian or a Goliath wizard, we hope you continue to join us on the Isle of Misfit Rolls.